I've lost 100 pounds in the last 10 months on the carnivore diet, and it completely changed my life. So one thing about the carnivore diet is that it melted fat off my body, and I lost a total of about 42 inches. So I'm coming upstairs to show you what that actually looks like. It's pretty crazy.
He is being super humble because he finally posted some before and after pictures on his Facebook page, and one of his friends literally said, I am so glad that this has your name on it because I wouldn't have recognized you. So I have our previous measurements right here. So your chest was 51 inches. Can you show us where that was?
Yep, right there.
Y'all, look at that. In 10 months, that is 13 inches off your chest.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's awesome. His belly was 57 inches. Mind you, our tape measure only goes up to 60, so this is crazy. Look at that. That's where his belly stuck out to, y'all.
Yeah.
So that was 19 inches lost in his belly. And then your previous hip measurement was 49 and a half. Y'all, 10 months of carnivore. How many pant sizes have you had to go through? That's a lot.
I started at a 42, now I'm down to a 32.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Proud of you, babe.
Thanks.
Good job. All right, so you have obviously experienced some amazing benefits of the carnivore diet, but I think what most people are probably wondering is what exactly were you eating? We know that the carnivore diet is an all animal-based diet, but there are still quite a lot of different variations on what type of animal products you are eating. So what was successful for you?
Right, so 90% of the time, what I was eating is I usually would fast breakfast, so I wouldn't eat breakfast. I'd usually have black coffee, maybe some heavy whipping cream in it. And then for lunch, every day, I'd have 6 scrambled eggs. And then for dinner, I usually have about a 16 to 18 ounce steak, whether it was ribeye or New York strip. Then on dinners, when I ran out of steak, I would have about a pound of burgers, so ground beef. And that's pretty much it. If I felt like something different, I would have chicken or pork or bacon or shrimp or something like that. But usually it was just steak and eggs.
I feel like this is why he never ever did like a what I eat in a day video, because it would be the same thing.
Yeah.
Here's my breakfast of 6 eggs. Here's my steak. Oh no, I ran out of steak. I'm gonna have a pound of burger patties.
So when you're on a strict elimination diet, it gets very monotonous. So what I eat in a day is really boring.
Works for you.
Yep, it definitely worked for me.
If you think carnivore might be for you, make sure to keep watching until the end of the video, because Patrick and I are going to be sharing how we transitioned into a carnivore lifestyle, as well as our top 5 tips for starting carnivore and staying carnivore. All right, let's get back to how carnivore completely changed Patrick's life.
So as you can see, I lost a lot of inches and a lot of weight.
Yeah.
Now I still have about 15 to 20 more pounds left till I hit my goal. But the difference between then and now is insane. Before, I would come home from work, have no energy to do anything, and I'd just sit on the couch and be tired and zonked out. But now I'll come home and I'm able to throw around my 2-year-old son on the couch and swing him upside down and play trucks and trains and all the fun stuff he likes to do, and still have energy left over for my family. And also with that increased energy, I also have increased motivation. I used to not have the motivation or the energy to really get things done that need to get done, whether it's around the house or whether it's in the yard, mowing the grass, whatever it is. But now I had the extra energy and the better headspace to be able to get those things done, and I want to get those things done. Before carnivore, I used to have terrible sleep. I would snore so bad it would rattle the walls and drive her nuts.
I had to leave. I had to sleep on the couch. Our marriage was in trouble. Just kidding.
So I would snore like crazy. I woke up several times throughout the night. I'd wake up in the morning, even if I had 10 hours of sleep, I'd wake up just not wanting to get out of bed. I'd be sore and stiff. My ankles and my back and my knees would hurt, and I would just be miserable. But now I no longer snore. I don't wake up as frequently in the night, and I just have better quality of sleep. I wake up feeling refreshed and energized and ready to start the day, and I'm not in pain anymore. And it's changed my life. Before, when I weighed over 300 pounds, I would struggle to perform my job. I would get winded climbing a flight of stairs or a ladder. I'd be too big to fit in tight spaces. And now I can climb about 4 or 5 flights of stairs before I ever get winded. I can climb ladders a whole lot easier, and I can fit in tighter spaces a lot easier. So I'm able to actually perform my job a whole lot better than I used to. So that was the physical changes I saw. There was also a lot of mental changes as well. Before, I would suffer with brain fog. I couldn't get thoughts from my head to my mouth as quickly or as easily, but now it's a lot more sharp and clear. things come out like they're supposed to in my mouth. But also, I suffer with some depression, and I just felt like I was a prisoner in my own body because I was so big and heavy and unhealthy. It was holding me back from doing the things I wanted to do. And even after the first like month or even 2 months, I just had a huge change in my overall mood and ambition, and I was more positive, and I just felt better mentally really quickly. That was in the very beginning. It's really just changed a lot, and I now have found my purpose in life again.
Here's how Patrick and I transitioned to a carnivore lifestyle.
So obviously me eating only eggs and beef is very strict and very limited, but I didn't start out that way, and most people don't start out that way. Some people use keto, which keto is huge right now. Everybody knows what keto is. A lot of people use ketovore to transition into fully carnivore.
I'm a ketovore.
Yeah. So what ketovore is basically it's eating animal products and some veggies, leafy greens mostly, like to a way where they can transition and kind of wean off of vegetables and to get to only animal products. Also, things that I used to help transition into carnivore is non-carnivore sauces like sugar-free barbecue sauce or sugar-free ketchup, mustard. Sometimes I have mustard now. It's hard to get away from certain things. One thing I will never give up and never did is hot sauce. Gotta have my hot sauce. That's kind of how I transitioned. I started off with like more dairy, and now I go with less dairy and mostly just eggs and beef.
You need to find something that works for you, whether you're starting off with keto or you're doing ketovore meat and greens, or you're doing all meat products, but you really need to hang on to some of those sugar-free sauces to add some variety if that's what you need. Finding something that works for you, so that the most important part of this is that we want our meals to be high protein and meat based. So keeping that as our goal and making sure our bodies are feeling their best.
So if you're thinking about starting carnivore, here's our top 5 tips to help you get started. The first one is to get rid of all non-carnivore foods in your house.
Yeah, because if it's in your house, you're going to eat it. So tip number 2 is then to fill your house with easy carnivore foods like boiled eggs, homemade meatballs, pork rinds, string cheeses,
meat sticks and beef jerky, things like salami, pepperoni. Those are great things to help you transition.
Because when those carbohydrate cravings and sugar cravings and you're trying to break those addictions, when those hit, you want some quick, easy foods that you can get to. And then number 3, you don't just want to be snacking the whole time. You want to have solid meals. So make sure to have a meal plan and stick to it. And if you need some ideas for a meal plan for your first week, make sure to check the link in the description.
The 4th tip is to write down your why. Pick a why. Why are you doing this? I know for me, it was my son, and to be able to be a better father for him, but also to be around to see him grow up and to see my grandchildren grow up. Write down your why and also post it somewhere on, like for me, I put my wallpaper was my son on my phone, so I saw it every day. Put it somewhere where you're gonna see it. Number 5 is to take before measurements and pictures. Take fat pictures, okay? Because you'll go back and look at those pictures months down the road and you'll be like, wow, I've changed so much, I've lost so much weight, and you can do the measurements and say, whoa, I've lost, 20 inches on my belly.
Or when you're in a stall and the weight has stalled on the scale, you can see that you're still losing inches so that you don't get demotivated. And then tip number 6, bonus tip, if you found this video helpful, please make sure to subscribe for some encouragement, some motivation, some recipe ideas, because we would love to be here to support you.
We appreciate everyone watching and supporting us on our journey so far, and we'll see y'all next time. Stay strong.
Oh my gosh. That only took us forever to do.
We haven't done this in a while. It's been like over a month since we've done a video.
I am so impatient.
We're rusty. Okay?
Oh my gosh.
Very rusty.
It's so bad. But if you watch our videos, we'll give a sneak peek.
Yeah. There's a sneak peek. Our next one. There's a huge surprise.
Biggest announcement.
Huge announcement.
You don't want to miss it. It's why we've been gone for a very long time and we miss you. But yeah. Okay. Peace. Love. Bye.